Hello there, a very good evening, and thank you for joining us for the Thursday edition of UCTV News. I am Sunday Gloria Aboch. Uganda Cancer Institute has expressed concern over the escalating prevalence of new cancer cases in the country, with a staggering 36,000 new cases reported annually as of 2024. Speaking to journalists at the Uganda Media Center, medical experts from the institute have urged the public to prioritize routine checkups at competent and certified health facilities to help detect and manage cancer early, preventing further escalation of the disease.
So last year, it's estimated that Uganda received 36,000 new cancer cases. So that is the whole country, the incident cases, the new number of patients who are registered with cancer. Not the existing, but the new ones every year. Now, of those 36,000, only 7,945 made it to the Uganda Cancer Institute in Mulago. We had also about 1,400 making it to our center in Barara, which translates to about 9,400 patients out of the 36,000 getting access to cancer care through the Uganda Cancer Institute.
There is a big component of prevention, and these entail things like creating awareness, ensuring that people know their status as far as cancer is concerned, and then also understanding the factors that lead to development of cancer. Then, of course, issues like ensuring that measures which are there that can prevent cancer implemented in the community. And this includes things like, for instance, we do know that there are some cancers that are caused by infectious agents, and we do have vaccines for them.
80% of our patients are coming with stage 3, stage 4 disease. We want to downstage that. Survival is greatest when somebody comes in stage 1 and stage 2. So to be able to have patients come in stage 1 and stage 2, we have to equip our health workers at lower levels to educate our patients, but also to have the index of suspicion, to recognize that this may be cancer and refer the patients early.
So we have now started in the last 5 years, we have been now monitoring our own national data and also using this model data to compare them. And you're seeing a big difference. That means now, all the plan we are doing now is answering our actual cancer problem. We can now explain what are the common cancer, top 5 cancer in Bugiso area, what are the top 5 cancer in Sigezi, what are the top 5 cancer, even the top 10 cancer in the Urenjori region, in the West Nile, in Asholi sub-region, in Gulu sub-region, in Karamoja sub-region, in the Central sub-region. That way, it means we are going to make better use of our money, putting our cancer control interventions to address the key needs of our people.
Now, following President Yoweri Kaguta's call for increased investment in Uganda, both local and international investors have shown strong interest in contributing to the country's development. Investors are urging regulatory authorities to provide more support and protection to ensure the success and sustainability of their ventures in Uganda's evolving real estate sector.
We have 2 more projects, one in Entebbe, the other one is in Kololo. Kololo is G+17 and Entebbe is a townhouses. We have been invited by your president, His Excellency Museveni. He was in Abu Dhabi in 2023 February where we met him, and he invited us to do business, and he promised us all the support from KCCA and NEMA and all the local authorities, which they have helped us a lot as a local authority to, as an investor. We came from UAE, we invested money here in this market, and we are quite impressed with the professional approach and all the support we have received from them. We are committed. This market is having a lot of potential, and we want to launch more projects in this market. We are, along with Uganda, we have launched in East Africa, Kenya, and Rwanda. We are launching in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, with Defense. Defense is our partner there. And yeah, we are committed to this market. This market, as I said, that a lot of deficit, but the deficit is for low income group as well as the mid income and high income group as well.
Is not able to finance fully the property. KCB comes in and gives a solution in terms of mortgage. And the solution we're giving, we're saying that we can offer our mortgage up to 80%. So even if the customer has only 20% financing, as long as the customer has expressed capacity to take on the 80% in terms of mortgage, for us we are able to lend. We can go as far as lending to a customer for 20 years, that is in terms of shillings. We can lend to that customer and prepare good financial repayment plans in terms of monthly or quarterly, depending where the frequency of the cash flows. So we are excited to make sure that we close the business. We have favorable interest rates, as have been mentioned to many of the members that have been there in the different trainings. We have favorable repayment terms and interest rates. So we are excited to start off this journey, and we are eager to see that we close.
That's where partnerships come in. And through these partnerships, we're able to engage people who are experts in what they do. And Reportage is known for actually, putting up really good properties. So we partner so that we can provide, our customers quality properties, and so that we can give our customers options that we know are going to benefit them as well. So as KCB, we have also looked at some of the challenges that customers go through to access finance, and very important finance to enable them to acquire homes, to acquire properties. And what we are bringing to this partnership is a commitment that we are reviewing our processes, that we have actually put aside special discounted rates for customers who will want to buy properties from Reportage, that we are creating flexible repayment terms, flexible borrowing terms. I think Isaac has spoken about some of them. So as a bank, we are bringing in our expertise to make sure that whatever we are giving the customers is competitive and is better than what they're going to get, from elsewhere in the market.
Entrepreneurial leadership in Uganda's universal primary education schools is taking center stage at Makerere University, where education experts, policymakers and stakeholders have converged for a dissemination workshop. The event, hosted at the College of Education and External Studies, aims to share key findings and recommendations on enhancing leadership effectiveness in UPE schools, fostering innovation and improving overall educational outcomes.
Results for Objective 1 show very low entrepreneurial
innovation fund. The key ingredient in this project is that it speaks to the entrepreneurial leadership initiatives that should be seen in the UPE schools. As we already know, these schools are grappling with low learning outcomes and achievement by the learners. But the greatest challenge that this project brings on board, or the greatest intervention that the project brings on board, is to figure out how best the school managers and leaders should be supported to become more entrepreneurial, so that at the end of the day, there is transformation within the entire school system to allow the learners benefit through achieving better learning outcomes. One of the key areas that we focus on here at the College of Education and External Studies is to try and build capacity for the teacher educators, those who will be there to go and train our young ones in the respective schools. Even then, the school managers can be groomed a little more, so that they are more entrepreneurial, and at the end of it all, the school system should be able to get transformed.
Educators generally, research show that we don't want change. When we are in a comfort zone, that's where we want to remain. However, today, as we see, 28 years after the launching of UPE, we realize that a lot has been achieved, but we still have a lot to be achieved. And so, in order to be able to support the government and help improve the education experiences our young people get from UPE schools, we must become flexible. We must be willing to take a risk and try out things that we have never tried in order to make a difference. So in other words, it's very, very important to become entrepreneurial, looking at the little resources that we have.
Properly utilized. The mindset of most of the leadership in universal primary education institution is these are government schools, we are waiting for government to provide, and if government doesn't provide, then what can we do? And that is the mindset we are trying to change.
And it is time for a break. UCTV News returns with more stories.
UCTV, good news for all.
You are watching UCTV, good news for all. For this and more, tune in to Kasese Get Radio 100.5 in Western Region, located at the hill of the Diocese of Kasese. KGR brings you all Catholic programs and an advertising platform in all our radio shows like Good Morning Renzori, Chama Tovoka, Ukute, the business show, Propeller, the Rico show and sports, Evaluation, Bahinga Bakuluka, Late Night Show, and many others. Our other services include Isuzu Tipa, a Noah car, public address system, live band, Omokekera, an audio recording studio, and outside live broadcast. For more information, call 0773 597 166 or visit our website www.kasesegatradio.com. Kasese Get Radio, Omusondoria, the voice of truth.
Welcome back. You're watching UCTV News. The Banyarwanda community under the umbrella body Umubano has vowed to vote against President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni in the forthcoming 2026 general elections if he does not issue an executive order granting them citizenship. Speaking to journalists in Kampala, Umubano's national legal advisor Frederick Mukasambide expressed disappointment with President Museveni's executive order issued in January of 2025. While the order aims to streamline passport applications and clarification of citizenship issues, Mbide argues that it falls short of granting automatic citizenship to Banyarwanda born in Uganda.
The president believes, of course, until we change his idea, he still believes that the law is good. The law that declares these people non-citizens when they are born here. The president believes it is still a good law, and the executive order is for purposes of proof of citizenship. It is only handling evidence. Therefore, it is very succinct, first of all. When the president is writing it, he is very clear that any immigration official, any official of NIRA, while handling his business, must have very strict regard to the provisions on citizenship of the 1995 Constitution. Now that is where the executive order collapses immediately in as far as the problem of Banyarwanda is concerned. So, the executive order addresses concerns of only indigenous citizens located in Mpororo, Chisoro, Ntungamo, and parts of Kabale. All of Banyarwanda located elsewhere without descent from those areas cannot prove citizenship by birth. In fact, all Banyarwanda whose grandparents arrived in Uganda after 1926, according to Article 10, whether you are born here, you are not a citizen of Uganda. And this executive order confirms that position, and it is to the extent of that kind of confirmation not useful for the case of Banyarwanda. Accordingly, the Banyarwanda, again, as the chairman has declared, have revitalized, revamped, strengthened, and we are now continuing with the request that the president accedes to the amendment of Article 10 to introduce a provision that persons born in Uganda are called Ugandans. It does not matter which ethnic community you come from. That provision is called jus soli. It is employed elsewhere. It is buttressed in the Constitution of Tanzania, Constitution of Kenya, Constitution of South Africa. It must be buttressed in the Constitution of Uganda, because that was the exact historicity of provisions on citizenship in Uganda, which was unceremoniously vacated by the 1995 Constitution. It was illegal. It owes its historical jurisprudence from the British Protected Persons Act of 1934, where Uganda is listed in the schedule as one of the countries that, for all intents and purposes, have everybody born in that country a citizen of that country. So the provision of Article 10 vacated from that arena, thereby declaring the already citizens of Uganda begin to produce non-citizens of Uganda. So that was how erroneous it was. 1995 Constitution, Article 10 must be amended in order to return the citizenship that actually belongs to the Banyarwanda, whose grandparents have roots beyond the borders of Uganda.
It's time for Today in History. And that's it for the Thursday edition of UCTV News. I am Sunday Gloria Abwatch.